Hey, boys and girls, I just want to come to you right now to talk about a tool that we're looking at using here in the next few weeks to communicate with faculty and others regarding what's happening on campus. Some of the things that we're looking at doing is trying to communicate more of what we're trying to do here in e-learning, as well as what are some of the products out there, what are some of the lessons learned, what are some of the pedagogy, maybe discuss a document that's out there and such as that. So one of the things that we're looking at doing, and we talked about this today, and that is using Google Plus, using Google Hangouts as a tool of communicating that information out there. Looking at ways that we can videotape. Now I use Screencast-O-Matic, and it's really kind of limited as far as what I can do. I can provide you some information, a background, and that's you don't have to do anything. You don't have to download any extra software or anything else. I was looking at some other products out there. One that we do have a license for here on campus, and that is, of course, the Adobe Connect. Also looking at a couple of other products out there, but we started talking about how can we use Google Hangouts as a way of communicating. Now, you don't get all the background, you're not able to put up a whiteboard and a PowerPoint presentation or show a video, but what you can do is you get together and you communicate. Now, I've used some other tools out of Skype as one of them, but in order to use Skype, what we have to have is we have to have the software downloaded onto the computer. So you have to have Skype, I have to have Skype. Same thing with FaceTime. I have to have an Apple computer, or I have to have a software that I can use FaceTime on my computer, as do you. So what we're looking for something that's ease of technology. And since Blackboard, we don't have the collaboration tool, we have to look for the other alternatives. So one of the alternatives that we have right now available to us is Hangouts. And I just want to address this real quick. I'm not going to get into the Hangouts right now. I may do something a little later. I may do a Bamboozer product a little later, just kind of show you how that functions out, as to how we can present and publish a product. But in this case, I'm just going to open this up. This is my Google account, my Google Plus account, and this is where we have a Hangout. This just gives you an overview of what this is, and one of the things that you can do is you can go ahead and upload this to your Android and your iPhone. It doesn't cost you anything to do that. It's really easy. So that can be done. So you can be sitting at home, and if I'm providing you some information regarding what's happening here on campus, we can do that via Google Hangouts. Actually, that's what some schools do when, let's say, a snow day, for instance. Tell you what, I got my Google Hangout. I'm going to crank that up at 2 o'clock, since that's what time class starts. I'll be online for live conversations between 2 and 2:45. And you just set it up, and then you have your lecture, and you can talk to your students. Therefore, guess what? I don't have to make up the class. Now, it can be voluntary. It doesn't have to, you can't really make it mandatory, because that's not part of your syllabi unless you set that up early on. Anyway, so what we have here is Google Hangouts, and I'm just going to give you the overview of what this front page looks like as we go. Now, we got some names here, and these are people that I know. Also, you see some other Hangouts, things that are going on right now. People set these up, got a few live ones here. It's an interesting thing. It'd be easy for us to have a Hangout going, let's say from 10 to 12. E-learning will be on the Hangout, and just log in, and this will be the address in which you will come, and you ask some questions. In the meantime, we can be talking about here's what's happening with Blackboard. So if I want to start a new Hangout, I just go ahead and I click on this, and I can put this out there and see what all is necessary. And then from that, I can just move straight on to what I need to do. And so again, uh, this is a product that you can use. My recommendation is let's go ahead and use it. Let's go ahead and practice it. Let's see what happens with it. Because once you start getting used to this, then when we want to bring in the product, let's say Collaborate, or we want to use Adobe Connect, or GoToMeeting, or something along that line, and we want to spend the money on that, you'll feel more comfortable. Because right now, as I try to get people interested in this, they're not comfortable with it. I don't understand a lot of that. I do understand that. I understand that from a standpoint only because I go in, I say, okay, what can I do to fix this issue? And that's that's really where I'm coming from. So what I want you to do is, if you don't have a Google account, if you don't have a Gmail account, I say go ahead and start one. You should have one anyway. You don't have to have any mail going to it, but it's really one way, just real quick and easy. You can get straight into it. There's a lot of things that Google has that's available to you for free. That's the key thing. Now, of course, you do have to put up with some advertising, but that's typical with anything that you don't have to pay for. Okay? And at this point, I don't want to, I got to look at the return on investment. And all too often, we spend a lot of money on products, especially lecture capture tools, that we can't really use. But anyway, take a look at what some of the Hangouts are. Group conversations, fun conversations, live conversations. It's amazing what you can do with Google Hangouts. And we can just move on from there, okay? So I just want to bring those up. And when you're ready, and when you start seeing some videos out there, we'll publish those on Facebook. We'll publish those on Blackboard. We'll publish those via email, text message, and such as that, just so that you're aware. And then we can, what we'll do is we'll start doing some practice runs and then getting this thing rocking and rolling, okay? So in the meantime, get your Google account set up. Again, it doesn't cost anything. We'll just see what happens, okay? Until the next time.